Alright, I think we are live. Good evening, traders. Good evening. I hope you're well and having a great one. We'll be live trading today. Nothing hectic, nothing too intense. Simply showcasing the semi-automated system or the indicator. That's it for today and for tonight. Let's have a look at AUD/USD. Straight off the bat, you can see we had a lovely signal to sell. That signal is running a good amount of profit at the moment. Zero drawdown whatsoever, and moving quite nicely towards the downside. That is AUD/USD with the signal, with the indicator. Of course, you are approaching take profit 1, and hopefully we can see a continuation run all the way down to these lows, which will be very close to take profit number 2. Let's see what the week brings for AUD/USD. Moving over to NASDAQ, or let's perhaps not do NASDAQ, we'll keep that for the stock index channel. Moving over to perhaps GBP/USD. Today will be a very much a blitz session on trading. Yeah, I think usually I keep the weekends for perhaps going a bit more in depth with regard to the market and with regard to all my explanations, but today we'll keep it nice and quick so that you can get the maximum amount of value, especially if you're going to find yourself joining in or re-watching the video that will be uploaded from this live stream. You may not be able to join live, but you should be able to find yourself going ahead and re-watching the video or the replay of the live stream. Right, and of course you have a lovely sell signal on GBP/USD. GBP/USD is looking good. We are approaching take profit number 2. Once again, zero drawdown, and this lovely low here with this bearish flag is lining up perfectly with take profit number 2. Quite clean, quite simple, nothing too complicated in that regard. And this indicator, it works on, you could effectively say, each and every single pair. I prefer using it on Forex pairs, and with that on the 1 hourly time frame as well. And that's exactly how I found myself today. And of course, this was AUD/NZD, more of a minor Forex pair, but ultimately a pair that can yield quite good movement, and thus a lovely run towards the upside. And yeah, that was a wonderful trade that we could have taken on AUD/USD. When it comes to Forex pairs, I tend to find myself exclusively trading AUD/USD and not so much the minor pairs or the other major pairs. I tend to prefer AUD/USD. It moves very, very well. It moves quite predictably. See, we're having some trouble here with AUD/USD, unfortunately. So in this live stream, what I'll be doing is I'll be showcasing 2 methods. One is our semi-automated system, and the other will be the scalping method, and that one is free, and you'll be able to have a look and determine how things go. So we had a lovely sell opportunity over here on Monday, ran nicely on Tuesday, and he take profit number 2, and it reversed upon this W formation occurring, changing market structure, and now we are running towards the upside. I would argue and mention that this over here would have been your turning point. Even this region here being the neckline of your M formation, of your W formation. Neckline, that's an entry, changing market structure, confirms changing market structure. That is your second entry. I am surprised that my signal hasn't changed into a buy opportunity yet, but that's okay. That is unfortunate in that regard. Maybe it's the brokerage. I'm quite positive we should have a buy signal. Oh well. Let's check it out. Doesn't appear that way. Or maybe it does. It's my 4-hourly time frame. Not too happy with that. That's a 2-hourly. Yeah. I definitely knew that there would have been a buy signal being created. I'm just surprised that it wasn't on Oanda and it was an ICE instead. That is a rather new development. Or we could see price running all the way back up into these highs. So sitting at 1.97 on Euro NZD. But aside from that, that is Euro NZD. That is, you know what, how we go about and trade. Again, I'm simply selecting any particular symbol. Let's try something more well known. GBP JPY. I am on Oanda. I'll move over to the 1-hourly time frame. That's my buy. Nearly hit that take profit 3. Came very, very close to it, but unfortunately just a bit shy from that level. Just a bit shy. Well, take profit 2 smashed in that regard. Quite clean, quite simple. And yeah. SGD USD. This is a exotic pair, no doubt. Let's have a look here. CMC market. Perhaps you get a bit of. That's not. But even then, if you sold at that level over here, that's a stop loss hit. SGD USD is not exactly the best particular pair I'd find myself trading. The spread is absolutely ridiculous on that particular asset pair. I would never in 10 million years find myself trading that pair. That's what I say, and then I assure you, in a couple of weeks from now, I'll be placing some trades on that particular position, on that particular asset pair. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look at something different. Euro AUD. Again, quite clean. With a nice clean run with our indicator, besides the 1 Euro NZD. But everything has been clean. I mean, no stop loss hit. And no drawdown being taken either, which is very, very important. Yeah. What a trade that was, eh? Clean to the point, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Really, wow. That's all I have to say, just wow. USD JPY. Buy signal there. Stop loss below the lows. And you could basically say that's a take profit 3 hit. Basically. Not quite, but you know what? A 3 to 1. Well, 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And that's how we trade here at MGR Forex Trading. Take profit after take profit. Two to one, clean, to the point. Not the best, but you know what? He does the job. He definitely does the job. ADJBY. That was that. I wonder what else we had. GBP, NZD. How about you? What are you up to? Been range bound, sadly. Been rather range bound. That would have been the initial sell. Zero opportunity in this area over here. Just choppiness. And the range bound market. That would have been the only sell, but that was on the 28th of January. Quite some time back. Yeah. But that's how we find ourselves trading. Clean, to the point. The more simple your method of trading is, the more profitable you'll be. And the reason behind that is because there are far less, or there's a lot less criteria needed before a trade entry. Therefore, when you journal your position, you are able to replicate that same type of strategy and implement it in different market conditions. In fact, you can even translate that over different asset classes as well. And in doing so, you will find yourself becoming more profitable, being able to take more positions across different asset classes, and you can only see profitability from doing that. The simpler the method, the more profitable you'll be. That should be a mantra. It should be something you repeat every single day, especially when you are finding yourself creating your own strategy, creating your own method. Ensure it is simple, otherwise you'll be over analyzing, and we all know with analysis paralysis, you're not going to make any money, because you won't know what to do, or when to do, or when to interact with your asset pair. That was GBP/NZD, quite clean, quite simple. Really. GBP old. Let's see what you have on the platter for us today. Seems like we have a new opportunity coming up. A lovely buy. I can see it. I think it's it is a bit premature. There's no clear change in market structure here. We are still bearish. We have equal highs. If we cannot break this high, we are in a bearish market. Not to mention we have a level of supply sitting right above price at take profit 1. This opportunity I will not deem as a good one. Overall market structure is bearish, and your fueling time frame, your lower time frame market structure is bullish, correct? However, we are still stuck within a very strong level of resistance. Previous support turned resistance as well. I would not engage, I would be patient. Take my time with this one. GBP AUD. Let us see what we have with our scalping method. I think I've certainly proven the value and the power of the indicator. Let's check out the scalping method on the 1 minute time frame. Let's have a look here and see what's happening. Look at the highs being created. The highs in the last hour is over here. That was the low. Oh, that was really, this was your low. We took out this low that was created just an hour beforehand. Took out the low. and we immediately displaced towards the upside. Took out another low, much weaker displacement. I would wait. I'd say, you know what, let's see price move a bit lower, and hopefully we can then see that good run towards the upside that we are looking for. That's it. That's how we scalp. Define the high and low in the session, and wait for liquidation, and place your entry upon that liquidation. Of course, you need to wait for a change in market structure. Ideally, something such as an inverted fair value gap respect, something like this. Fair value gap towards the downside, immediate change in market structure towards the upside, fair value gap created within the bearish fair value gap, and that's that. Your entry was in fact over here. Could have been upon this level here too, but that was your entry at a short run towards the upside. Unfortunately, not very good in that regard. This is your high over there. This would have been your low. Took out the low, bad do the displacement, small run towards the upside. Of course, your take profit level is theoretically at around this region, but unfortunately we have not gone towards the high once again. Alright, that was GBP NZD. Let's have a look at Euro USD. Perhaps a bit of better price action in this on this asset pair. Let's have a look and see what do we have in the platinum. Right, so it's your low. If we can liquidate this low, I would be happy. That's my high. Can we liquidate this? If we can, we see a nice strong run towards the upside. Should we liquidate the low? We will be patient for that. It's supposed to be a scalp, but you know, we're opening up with some wonderful opportunities over here. Let's have a look and see what's happening. Once again, that's your high, this is your low. Liquidated the low that we created at 8 p.m. and we had a nice run towards the upside. What we were missing, however, was a fair value gap, but what we got instead was a certain pattern. Upon that pattern, we have tapped the pattern once again, but we have broken above the pattern. Tap the pattern. Theoretically, this is what your position would look like. However, this is the initial entry, the immediate entry. Upon that, it was your immediate entry, but yeah, this would have been the correct entry in that regard. You're looking for a 1.2, 1.1, 1.1.2. My apologies. Minimum a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, but this is what we're looking at. Let's see what happens, shall we? Alright, not too bad, not too shabby. I think, traders, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'll tell you something, I am knackered. It's been quite a day of trading as well. Good profitable day of trading. Made some good money on our funded accounts. And yeah, that is how we go about and how we do things. I'll be finding myself in the stream. I think, we go on live, we go and live trade. I'll show you the charts. I don't create a video and find myself editing the video to ensure that it looks fantastic. I'll show you the live chart, how I analyze, how I trade it, and that is what you're going to find yourself doing when you go in front of your own charts, in front of your own screen, and you open up TradingView or MT5 or MT4, or whatever trading platform you might utilize, C-Trader, MatchTrader, and you trade. And that's what you actually find yourself doing. And by me going out and live trading and analyzing in real time, you are able to at least get a glimpse of what I would do as an individual who has about over 6 years of experience in the market, trading profitable, consistently profitable. You are able to take away small things, how I go about my mannerisms, how I go about trading, my emotional, my psychology, when I'm trading as well. And psychology is spoken about a lot. Discipline is spoken about so much. In fact, it's over exaggerated, I think, personally, that we tend to forget why we are actually trading, and that is to predict the market correctly and to make money. And we have to treat this as a business, and more so not as much as a hobby and not something that we need to master, because hobbies you try to master, but this can be your livelihood. This is a business. It has to be run profitably. You must know what you are doing. To be a master at something means you are one of the best. You don't have to be one of the best. You just have to be profitable. And to do so, it is a combination of money management. It is a combination of knowing exactly what you are doing. And yeah, that's really all that it comes down to. Having your emotions play a part in it is quite childish. It's not something that you need to be doing. If you know this is a business, if you know this is what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be making money, you can't be gambling it away as though you are at a casino, as though you are in Cape Town. We have a massive casino called Grand West. You're not a Grand West. You aren't at any fat casino, big casino, playing poker, playing whatever it is you might be playing. You're here to make money. You are here to predict the market correctly, and to do so you must have a plan and you must know what you are doing. And you do so not by watching YouTube videos, not by joining my live stream, but by going ahead, opening up your chart on your screen and analyzing your method of trading so that you know what you are looking out for and what you're going to do. I had no intention to turn this into a lecture, but sometimes I find myself having to, just give you a quick reminder. We are here to make money. We are professionals. We are forex traders. We are not gamblers. We are professionals. Always keep that in mind. Alright, aside from that, I think we had quite a good live stream. I showcased to you all exactly how I analyze, how simple it is, and you can do the same. The only indicator that is actually premium is my indicator. That's called this MGR Forex semi-automated system. That is the only indicator that is premium, the one that I showed you in the beginning. This indicator is called the Lux Algo Sessions indicator. You can set it to the sessions according to your time zone, New York, London, Tokyo, Sydney, etc. And that's your session. And I simply look for liquidity to be created, highs and lows to be created in the first hour before the session begins. And when the session does begin, then I start looking for, okay, in that hour afterwards, can we start to see a liquidation of the liquidity being created that has been created in that hour before that. session beginning. And once that is done, I look for my opportunity, place my position, target the highs, and run my trade. That's how I scalp it. Very simple. You can do it in Tokyo, you can do it in London, you can do it in New York. So many different ways to do it. So many different ways to do it. What happened here? I'll show you exactly what happened right over here. We had this lovely level right there. More so around here. This was liquidated. Once it was liquidated, price displaced all the way to the downside. All the way to the downside. This was your low created. That theoretically would have been your target, but obviously we have to go a lot lower than that because that's not exactly the target there we're looking at. And that's that. And that's how we trade. And you can see right over here we are moving towards our stop loss, and we might stop loss. That's part of trading. You will take losses. If you run a business, there will be a few months in which you don't make money. And there will be months where you made the entire year's, income. So all you do is you trade it. If you know your method has a profitability percentage of X amount, if you know your method is profitable over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, you implement it and you trust the method and you trust the fact that you have backtested the method you are implementing. And that's how you know that's how you can sleep at night, knowing you have a trade running overnight, knowing that chances are likely that it's not going to find itself hitting my stop loss or closing early, or the brokerage forcibly closing the position. Of course, you have to ensure there is enough funds in your account to do so, and you have to ensure that you are with a reputable brokerage as well. And of course, I can link you up with a few brokerages that are reputable. I am a introducing broker to a couple of brokerages, only 2 actually, which is TD Markets and XM. They are the best in Africa, the best in South Africa, and globally XM is one of the best, and globally TD Markets as well is also one of the best brokerages in the world. So yeah, I don't find myself forcing my client to join or open up an account with them. I encourage it, but I'll never force them. Many of them have burnt their hands with brokerages that sadly are not reputable, that may have a presence, but again, it comes down to the legalities of the brokerage. They have to be licensed, they have to be licensed by some financial authority within the continent, within the country, and if they are not, then don't trade with them. Your money will not be safe. So I would recommend TD Markets and XM brokerages. They're the best in the industry as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, that is what we have on the platter for tonight at MGR Forex Trading. We are a partner brokerage, or not a partner brokerage, we are a partner channel with multiple different channels. We've got MGR Stock Index Trading, where we focus on NASDAQ, Germany 30, Germany 40, US 30, S&P 500. We have the stock, MGR Stock Trading, where we trade stocks only, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, whatever it may be. We have MGR Crypto Trading, where we trade cryptocurrencies, only that, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, BNB, Not only that, we have synthetic trading, we have energy trading, we are effectively expanded across the entire financial trading industry, where we specialize into each and every single asset class. And you can imagine the amount of legwork needed to manage all of that. And our expertise runs into every single asset class in the trading industry. So yeah, that is what we have at MGR Forex Trading. It's not simply foreign exchange, it is every single industry, well, asset class in trading. Right, traders, have a good one. Have a good evening, have a good day wherever you may be situated in the world, and stay tuned for the next live stream on MGR Forex trading. Again, we will go once again into the indicator, we will go into the scalp method. Those are the only two methods that I actually find myself releasing to the public. There are many others that I have to gatekeep for my own clients that find themselves paying me a mentorship fee, and of course I will offer that to you as well. You don't have to take it, you can make your money from this, from trading, from my YouTube channel. Again, I'm live trading for you right now. You can do that and make your money, and from the money that you make, I'm hoping you're going to find yourself investing back into yourself and investing into your own education by taking up my mentorship, by opening your account with my brokerage. Well, not my brokerage, but the brokerage that I'm partnered with, and we can then all make money together. It's honestly a win-win. You get the education for free initially, and you invest it back, and yeah, that's how I get compensated for my generous contribution to your education. Aside from that, traders, have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful day, keep warm, keep safe. I'll catch you all again in the next live stream. Cheers and keep warm.